Good morning, everyone. So today is Saturday, the 21st of February. We're all gathering here at this time to this morning chanting to show our respect, veneration, and homage to the Buddha for his kindness and compassion towards all living beings. We are so fortunate to have this opportunity to learn the Dhamma and understand that these Dhammas are so relevant to our day-to-day life. It brings a real happiness. And this happiness are born out of understanding, not because you get material possessions. And this happiness is something that we have understood, the reality pertaining to itself, pertaining to the nature. And the nature in itself teaching us in every single day, that it is changing. I should not be possessed it as must be this or must be that. We have no control over it. The nature does on its own time, on its own way. Nowadays, we are getting more lighter. The day is getting more longer. Bright days are getting longer and longer. While we were in a darkness, more darker days, we wanted to have this longer, but it didn't change when we wanted it. It changed on its own time, depending on different conditions. It changed gradually. We had a long week of snow after many decades. One lady, she was born around in Liverpool and moved into Scotland and Aberdeen for over 30 years. She said that this is the worst weather ever she experienced. She expressed saying that she loved snow and she liked to see snow during the winter time, but not that much. So again, snow didn't fall as we wish it to be and didn't go away as we want it to be. The condition changed, then that brought such a severe snowfall, and then that followed with almost a month of continued rain. Many people even prayed to stop the rain, hoping some beautiful light, skylight, or bright sunny days. After a month of rain, suddenly rain stopped. Sky became a blue just for a couple of hours. Everybody was cheerful. Everybody enjoyed. But again that changed for a couple of nights, couple of days. Then again misery back. People prayed to let it change, but it didn't. It changed on its own time. So nature has got its own timing. Nature has got its own way of dealing. It won't stop. It doesn't matter how hard we want it to be stopped. We want to change. Doesn't matter how hard we want it to be changed, it won't. It has its own natural law that changes based on the conditions. Now all what we can do is to adjust, learn about it and understand that we can't change and we just adjust with it. This adjustment is one of the key factors that the humans are still surviving. There are many animals and insects in the world that are extinct because of inability to adapt the changing nature. Whereas the humans was also one species of animals used to live in a cave in the jungles and eating like the animals, getting stuffs from the forests and hunting. But with the environmental change, humans learned to adapt in many ways, simply to counteract with this heat, counteract with the cold, counteract with the natural changes and disasters. And this is the cleverness of humans, and as a result, humans are surviving in a very difficult, different environments. Now when we reflect on that, we understand that there are our wishes which is not fulfilled, but in the meantime, understanding that these changes are not in my control. It's happening like this. It's going to happen like this, whether we like it or not. And there is acceptance of that. The acceptance is the key helping humans to adapt. That's why humans have built the house, built the clothes and different shoes to deal with the different environments. This clever way of adapting allows humans to survive. A similar way, when it comes to the closer to ourselves, we think that we can change, but we can't. But we have a strong desire that this is my job, this is me who should be fixing it. such a concept will always occupy our heads, which is the main root cause of suffering. Thinking that I must do, this is my responsibility, this is my job, I should not give up, and I should not be disappointed. I have worked hard for it. And yet, when things get wrong, when things got troubled, then we, rather than adapting those environments, we think that we should be the one who get shorted. We should be the one who should not be treated in this way and in such a way. So we hold on to those changes and we hold on to those a fixing mind, which is the reason we are in trouble. There is a resentment, there is a disappointment, and there is a strong desire. That's why when we learn from the adaptability of humans to the natural disasters or natural changes, if we turn that into ourselves, our own minds and hearts and feelings and emotions, then we want to be in troublesome. We want to be suffered. Rather, we will find different tools and different things to help us on the journey. Finding different tools is the important. So the practice of this meditation, development of a mindfulness, is something is so crucial in our life to realize that these things are happening and these things are going to happen, and accepting it. Accepting those could happen or could have happened or have happened. And rather than troublesome by these changes, we find ways to adapt, survive. And that survive and that adaptability allows us to be in a calm and a balanced mind, not distorted, not disturbed. This is only possible by looking at the natural change and the adaptability developed because we accept the change, that this change is going to happen and we have no control over it. It will change in its own time. Same within our life too. When things happen and that really bothers us, and just simply recognizing that whenever these changes took place, this is a natural thing. Take time and move on. So the practice of a meditation is one of the very important tools that we are developing to recognize those changes and accepting it that this is normal, natural thing. And it helps us to let it be rather than let it control or let it affect our way of life, way of thinking. In a way, it is like an anti-bacterial medicine. So that's why the more we practice, the stronger we become. And the stronger we become mentally with a full mindfulness, we will begin to accept the change, and not only from without, but also within. Things changes within us, especially as we grow old. Things changes drastically. Physical body changes. Our perception to the world changes. The way we look at things changes. So when we become mindful of those, then again we are building up a skill to deal with such emotional ups and downs, and we won't be disturbed by it, able to recognize them, accepting and let it be. So where we are not engaging, but simply recognizing them and building up the resilience within us. So the more we practice, we become a more resilient, as well as more compassion towards ourselves and then other beings, seeing that I am the nature of such and I have no control over the nature, so you too. With that, there arises the compassion towards others, putting ourselves as an example. So the more we practice, the more we become kind and compassionate to ourselves and then to others. We also see others are also suffering in the same way, beginning with inability to accept these little changes, whether the change in the weather, whether the change in the physical body, whether the change in within, the change within the families or within our own minds. But once we have developed such skills, then we will be able to overcome and keep the mind balanced and gain the real happiness. That's why Buddha always encourages us to practice again and again, again and again. And further on, those who have seen the benefit of it also encourage us to practice it without losing. Like there are stories where monks and nuns and devoted people engaging in other activities rather than spending time meditating and learning the Dhamma, often been scolded or often been warned the urgency of the practice by the heavenly beings. So it's very important that we learn to practice, to see things and able to adapt in this chaotic, ever-changing society, so that we will be keeping our mind balanced and feel happiness. So with this, may you all be well and happy. Let's do this chanting.